Zara stood at the window of her small room, staring out at the stars. Each pinprick of light reminded her of the moments she had shared with her best friend Ethan. Just a few months ago, they would sit outside under the night sky, talking about their dreams and fears. But things had changed. Ethan had moved away, and now the distance between them felt like a vast ocean. Every night, Zara would pick up her hollow communicator, hoping to see Ethan's face. They had promised to stay in touch, but it wasn't the same. Messages felt cold and distant. Words on a screen could never replace the warmth of his smile or the sound of his laughter. She missed him more than she thought possible. Zara's family had always pushed her to focus on status and appearances. But Ethan was different. He never cared about that. He saw her for who she truly was. When they were together, she felt free. To be herself, not just a pawn in her family's game for prestige. With Ethan, she could talk about her dreams of exploring the galaxy and helping those in need. Dreams that her family mocked and dismissed. Now, without him, those dreams felt like they were fading away. Zara sighed and slumped onto her bed, feeling a wave of sadness wash over her. She wanted to reach out, to tell Ethan how much she missed him, but she felt stuck. What if he didn't feel the same way? What if he had moved on, made new friends, and forgotten about her? The thought made her heart ache. Days turned into weeks, and the emptiness inside her grew. Zara watched her family prepare for high society events, where they flaunted their wealth and connections. She felt like a ghost, floating through their world, but never truly part of it. She longed for Ethan's support and encouragement. He had always been her rock, the one who believed in her when no one else did. One evening, her family gathered in the living room to discuss their latest plans for social gatherings. Zara sat quietly, feeling increasingly out of place. Suddenly, her mother turned to her. "Zara, don't you think it's time you start thinking about your future? You should be looking for a suitable partner, someone who can elevate our status." Zara felt her stomach twist. "But I want to focus on my own dreams, not just on who I should marry." Her mother waved her hand dismissively. "Dreams won't pay the bills or help our family climb the social ladder." Frustrated, Zara stood up. "I'm not just a piece in your game. I want more than what you want for me." Storming out of the room, Zara felt tears prick her eyes. She grabbed her hollow communicator and opened Ethan's contact. Her fingers hovered over the screen, hesitating. She feared being vulnerable, but the thought of not reaching out felt worse. With a deep breath, she typed a message. "Hey, Ethan. I miss you. I've been feeling a bit lost since you moved away. Can we talk?" After hitting send, Zara felt a surge of hope, but also anxiety. What if he didn't reply? Minutes felt like hours as she stared at the screen, waiting for a response. Just when she was about to give up, her communicator buzzed. "Hey, Zara. I miss you too. I'd love to talk. When are you free?" A smile broke across Zara's face. She quickly replied, suggesting they video chat that evening. As the hour approached, she felt both excited and nervous. This was her chance to reconnect. When the call connected, Ethan's familiar face appeared on the screen, and her heart soared. "Zara, it's so good to see you," he said, his eyes lighting up with happiness. "It's good to see you too," she replied, feeling a warmth spread through her chest. They spent the next hour catching up, sharing stories about their lives since the move. Zara told him about her family's pressure and her dreams of making a difference in the galaxy. "I've been thinking about you a lot," Ethan said. "I remember how passionate you are about helping others. You should pursue that, no matter what anyone says." His words struck a chord in her heart. For the first time in weeks, she felt a flicker of hope. "You really believe I can do it?" "Of course." "You have to follow your heart," he encouraged. You're stronger than you know, Zara. Zara smiled, feeling a rush of gratitude. Thank you for believing in me, Ethan. You've always been my biggest supporter. As they talked late into the night, Zara realized that even though they were miles apart, their connection remained strong. Their friendship was not limited by distance. It was a bond that would always bring them back together. When the call ended, Zara felt a renewed sense of purpose. She knew that she could pursue her dreams and find a way to break free from her family's expectations. With Ethan's encouragement, she began to formulate a plan to help others in her community. The next day, she started volunteering at a local shelter, helping those who had been displaced and forgotten. Each person she met reminded her of her own struggles, and she felt a deep sense of fulfillment in giving back. Ethan's words echoed in her mind, "You're stronger than you know." As weeks passed, Zara's confidence grew. She started organizing events to raise awareness about the issues facing her community, drawing in support and inspiring others. Through her efforts, she began to find her voice and reclaim her identity. One evening, as she stood outside under a starry sky, Zara felt a sense of peace wash over her. She realized that her friendship with Ethan had saved her from despair. He had given her hope when she felt lost, and now she was determined to create a better future for herself and others. Zara looked up at the stars, feeling grateful for the bond they shared. Even though her family had sold her for status, she had found freedom through her friendship with Ethan. In that moment, she knew that hope was not just a distant dream. It was alive within her, guiding her toward a brighter tomorrow. Zara sat at her desk, staring at the blank screen of her hollow communicator. It had been a few weeks since her heartfelt conversation with Ethan. She felt lighter after sharing her thoughts and dreams with him. But now, with the excitement fading, a sense of loneliness crept back in. Although they had promised to keep in touch, the distance between them felt larger than ever. Every day after school, she volunteered at the local shelter, helping people who had lost their homes. It was fulfilling work, and Zara loved being able to make a difference. Yet, when she returned home at night, the silence felt heavy. Her family was busy with their social events, and they rarely noticed her absence. Zara longed for Ethan's presence, his laughter, and the way he always seemed to know what to say to make her feel better. One evening, while sitting on her bed, Zara picked up her hollow communicator again. She hesitated, her fingers hovering over Ethan's contact. What if he was too busy to chat? What if he had forgotten about her? Pushing those thoughts aside, she took a deep breath and sent him a message. "Hey, Ethan. How have you been? I've been volunteering a lot and helping at the shelter. I miss talking to you." After a few moments, her communicator buzzed. Ethan's reply came through quickly. "That sounds amazing, Zara. I'm proud of you. I've been busy with school and work, but I miss our talks too. Can we video chat this weekend?" Zara's heart soared at his response. "Yes, that would be great. I can't wait to catch up." As the weekend approached, she felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. What would they talk about? Would the distance between them feel less intimidating? The day of the video chat, Zara prepared herself, adjusting her hair and choosing a comfortable shirt. She wanted to look good for Ethan, even if it was just through a screen. When the call connected, Ethan's face appeared and a smile spread across her lips. "Zara, you look great," he exclaimed. "Thanks, Ethan. You too," she replied, her heart warming at the sight of him. They spent the first few minutes exchanging stories about their daily lives. Ethan told her about his new job at a local tech shop, where he was learning about gadgets and repairs. Zara shared her experiences at the shelter, describing the people she had met and how much she enjoyed helping them. "I feel like I'm finally doing something meaningful," she said, her eyes shining with passion. "It's not just about my family's expectations anymore. I want to make a real difference." Ethan nodded, his expression serious. That's amazing, Zara. You've always had that fire in you. I knew you could do it. As they talked, Zara felt a sense of connection growing between them again. The distance didn't seem as daunting when they were sharing their lives. But after a while, the conversation shifted to more personal topics. Do you ever feel lonely? Zara asked, her voice softening. I miss you a lot. Ethan looked thoughtful for a moment. Yeah, I do. It's hard being away from friends. Sometimes I feel like I'm missing out on things back home. Zara nodded, understanding exactly how he felt. I wish we could hang out like we used to, you know. Just sit outside and talk about everything and nothing. I wish that too, Ethan replied, a hint of sadness in his voice. But we can still make this work. We just have to keep trying to stay connected. Zara smiled, feeling a little lighter. You're right. I don't want to lose what we have. You mean a lot. To me, Ethan. You mean a lot to me too, Zara. I'll always be here for you, no matter the distance. He promised. As the conversation continued, Zara felt a renewed sense of hope. Maybe they could make this work after all. They could be each other's support, even if they were miles apart. After the call ended, Zara felt a warmth in her heart. She knew that reconnecting with Ethan was not just about keeping in touch. It was about supporting each other's dreams. Inspired by their conversation, she decided to take action. She wanted to show Ethan how much their friendship meant to her. The next day, Zara woke up to the sound of her hollow communicator buzzing on her nightstand. Rubbing her eyes, she reached for it, hoping to see a message from Ethan. They had been working together on their presentation for the shelter, and she was eager to hear his thoughts. As she unlocked the screen, a smile spread across her face. There it was. Good morning, Zara. I'm excited to see how the project is coming along. Let's chat later. Feeling a wave of joy, she quickly typed back. Good morning. I can't wait to share everything with you. Let's video chat after school? Sounds perfect. Talk to you later. Zara's heart felt lighter as she got ready for the day. School had been challenging lately. With her family pushing her to focus on status and connections, she often felt overwhelmed. But now, with Ethan's support, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. During her classes, she daydreamed about her upcoming chat with Ethan. She envisioned them laughing together, bouncing ideas back and forth as they worked on their project. Their friendship had become a source of strength, helping her navigate the pressures of her family and society. After school, Zara rushed home, eager to dive back into her work. She set up her hollow communicator and anxiously waited for Ethan to join the call. When he appeared on the screen, her heart soared. He looked excited and ready to collaborate. Hey, Zara. I can't wait to see what you've done, he said, his eyes shining with enthusiasm. Thanks. I've put together some clips and stories from the shelter. I think they'll really move people, she replied, feeling a mix of nervousness and excitement. As they watched the video together, Zara felt proud of what they had created. The stories of resilience and hope from the shelter residents were powerful, and Ethan's editing made the presentation even more impactful. They discussed ways to enhance it further, bouncing ideas off each other and laughing at inside jokes. But as the conversation continued, Zara noticed a hint of sadness in Ethan's eyes. Zara, can I be honest with you? Of course. What's on your mind? She asked, concerned. I've been feeling a little lost since I moved. It's hard being away from everyone, especially you. I miss our hangouts, he confessed. Zara's heart ached at his words. She felt the same way, but hadn't found the courage to say it. I miss you too, Ethan. It's tough being apart, but I'm so glad we can still talk like this. Ethan smiled, but the sadness lingered in his eyes. Sometimes I worry that I'm not there for you when you need me. I want to help you more, especially with everything you're doing at the shelter. Zara thought for a moment. You're helping me, Ethan. Just being here and supporting me means a lot. I don't know what I would do without you. Still, I wish I could be there in person, to help you with the shelter and everything, he said. Zara felt a spark of determination. Maybe we can find a way to bridge this distance. I know we can't be together physically, but we can still make a difference together. Ethan's eyes brightened. What do you mean? What if we organized a virtual event for the shelter? We could invite people to join from anywhere and share the stories we've collected. We can raise awareness and even gather donations to help those in need. Zara suggested, her excitement bubbling over. That's an amazing idea. We can use my contacts from the tech shop to set up the video conference and spread the word. Ethan replied, his enthusiasm infectious. As they brainstormed ideas for the event, Zara felt a surge of hope. They were not only reconnecting as friends, but also finding a way to make a real impact together. For the first time since Ethan moved, she felt like they were truly united in a common goal. Over the next few days, they worked tirelessly to plan the event. Zara reached out to the shelter staff to finalize details, while Ethan created promotional materials and set up the online platform. Their teamwork brought them closer, and Zara felt her loneliness begin to fade. As the day of the event approached, Zara experienced a mix of excitement and nerves. She had invited friends, family, and shelter supporters to join. She hoped they would see the importance of the cause and the strength of the stories they had collected. On the day of the event, Zara set up the meeting room, her heart racing. She wore her favorite shirt, hoping to make a good impression. When it was time to start, she took a deep breath and opened the HOLO-communicator. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, she began, her voice shaking slightly. We are here to share stories of hope and resilience from the shelter. These stories are not just about struggle. They're about community and strength. As she introduced the first video, Zara felt Ethan's presence with her, even though he was miles away. They had worked so hard on this, and she wanted it to be a success. The first clip played, showing a woman sharing her journey of overcoming adversity. As the audience watched, Zara felt a wave of emotion wash over her. After the video ended, Zara invited audience members to share their thoughts. To her surprise, people began to speak up, sharing their own experiences and feelings. The discussion turned into a heartfelt exchange of support and encouragement. Zara watched as the room filled with hope and understanding. She felt proud of what they had accomplished together. Ethan chimed in from his end, adding comments that made everyone laugh and feel connected. At the end of the event, Zara felt a sense of accomplishment. They had raised awareness, gathered donations, and created a space for people to connect and share. The loneliness that had once consumed her began to dissipate, replaced by a feeling of unity and purpose. After the event, Zara received messages from attendees, expressing their gratitude and support. She felt overwhelmed with joy and relief. She quickly sent a message to Ethan. We did it. The event was a success. Thank you for all your hard work. Of course. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm so proud of us. He replied. As they celebrated their success, Zara realized that the distance between them had become less of a barrier and more of a challenge they could overcome together. They had found a way to reconnect, not just as friends, but as partners, in a mission to help others. That night, as Zara looked up at the stars, she felt a sense of hope for the future. She knew that she could pursue her dreams and make a difference, no matter what her family thought. With Ethan by her side, she felt ready to face whatever came next. Zara understood that her family might have sold her for status, but she had discovered something far more valuable: true friendship, purpose, and the courage to fight for what she believed in. And in that moment, she knew she would never feel alone again. Zara woke up the next morning with a sense of excitement still lingering in her heart. The event they had organized for the shelter had been a huge success, and she felt proud of what she had accomplished with Ethan. However, as the day went on, a wave of sadness washed over her. She realized that even though they had come together to help others, she still missed Ethan deeply. The distance between them felt heavy again, not after school. Zara sat at her desk, staring at her holocommunicator. She wanted to reach out to Ethan, but wasn't sure what to say. Would he feel the same way? Did he miss her as much as she missed him? She took a deep breath and decided to send him a message. "Hey, Ethan. I've been thinking about how great the event was, but I miss you. I wish you could be here with me." Moments later, her communicator buzzed. "I miss you too, Zara. It's hard being so far away. Can we video chat later? I want to hear all about how you're feeling." Zara's heart lifted at his response. "Of course, I'd love that. Let's talk at 7? Perfect. See you then." As the hours passed, Zara felt a mixture of excitement and anxiety. She wanted to share her feelings, but worried about how to express them. When the time finally arrived, she set up her holocommunicator and waited for Ethan to join the call. When his face appeared on the screen, she felt a rush of happiness. "Hey, Zara, you look great," he said, his smile brightening her day. "Thanks, you too." "I'm really glad we can chat," she replied, feeling her nerves start to fade. They talked about everything, the success of the event, their families, and their dreams for the future. But as the conversation progressed, Zara felt the familiar weight of sadness creeping back in. She wanted to tell Ethan how much she missed him, but the words seemed stuck in her throat. "Zara, is everything okay?" Ethan asked, noticing her change in mood. She hesitated, then took a deep breath. "I miss you, Ethan. I really do. It's hard not having you here. I feel distant from you, even when we talk." Ethan's expression softened. "I miss you too. It's tough being apart, especially after everything we've done together. I want to be there for you, but sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough." Zara nodded, her heart aching. "I feel the same way, but I don't want to lose what we have. Our friendship means so much to me." "Me too," Ethan said, his voice sincere. "We've built something special, and I don't want distance to change that." They talked for a while longer, sharing their hopes and fears. Zara felt lighter as she opened up, realizing that they were both feeling the same way. They made a pact to work harder on staying connected, no matter the distance. "Let's make a plan," Ethan suggested. "How about we set a regular time each week to talk, and we can also share our progress on our projects?" "That sounds perfect," Zara exclaimed. "We can hold each other accountable and keep each other motivated." After they wrapped up their call, Zara felt better. She knew that even though they were far apart, they would make an effort to stay. Zara gazed out her bedroom window, watching the stars twinkle in the night sky. Each star reminded her of Ethan, her best friend. Even though they lived far apart, their bond felt strong. Yet lately, she had been feeling a sense of distance between them again. Their weekly video chats had become a little less frequent, and she worried that life was pulling them apart. After the successful events they had organized together for the shelter, Zara had thought they would always stay connected. But as days turned into weeks, it became harder to coordinate their schedules. Ethan was busy with school and work, and Zara was juggling her responsibilities at home and the shelter. She missed the deep conversations they used to have, where they would share their dreams and support each other. One evening, after a long day at the shelter, Zara sat down with her holocommunicator. She hesitated, feeling unsure about reaching out. What if Ethan was too busy? What if he didn't want to talk? Pushing those thoughts aside, she typed a message. "Hey, Ethan. I hope you're doing well. I've been thinking about you and miss our chats. Can we catch up soon?" After a few moments, her communicator buzzed. "Hey, Zara. I miss you too. I've been swamped with school and work, but I'd love to catch up. How about this weekend?" Zara felt a wave of relief. "That sounds great. Let's do it." As the weekend approached, Zara felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. She wanted to share everything that had been happening in her life, but also worried about how to express her feelings. She decided to prepare for their chat by writing down what she wanted to say. When the day finally arrived, Zara set up her holocommunicator and waited eagerly for Ethan to join the call. When his face appeared on the screen, her heart filled with happiness. "Zara, it's so good to see you," he exclaimed, his smile lighting up her day. "You too, Ethan. I've missed you so much," Zara replied, feeling her worries fade away. They spent the first few minutes catching up on their lives. Ethan shared stories about his new job and how he was learning to repair gadgets. Zara talked about her experiences at the shelter, sharing stories of the people she had helped. But as the conversation continued, Zara felt a knot of sadness in her stomach. "Ethan, can I be honest with you?" she said, her voice trembling slightly. "Of course. What's on your mind?" he asked, concern evident in his eyes. "I feel like we're drifting apart. I miss our deep talks and the way we used to connect. Sometimes it feels like we're just two friends who chat occasionally, and I don't want that," Zara admitted, her heart racing. Ethan nodded, his expression serious. "I feel the same way. Life has gotten busy, and I hate that it's affecting our friendship, but I want to work on it." "You mean a lot to me, Zara." Zara felt a rush of warmth at his words. "I want to work on it too. I think we need to be more intentional about staying connected, even when life gets in the way." "Absolutely. How about we set a specific time each week for our chats, and maybe even challenge each other to work on our projects?" Ethan suggested. "That sounds perfect," Zara replied, feeling a sense of hope. "We can hold each other accountable and keep each other motivated." As they discussed their plans, Zara felt a renewed sense of purpose. They were both committed to making their friendship a priority, no matter the distance. It was a small but important step toward keeping their bond strong. The following weeks passed, and Zara and Ethan followed through on their promise. They set a fixed time each week to catch up, sharing updates about their lives and projects. Zara felt a surge of energy every time they spoke, knowing that she had someone who believed in her. One day, while volunteering at the shelter, Zara met a teenager named Maya. She had recently lost her home and was struggling to adjust. Zara felt a connection with her and wanted to help. She decided to invite Maya to join their next event. During their weekly chat, Zara shared her idea with Ethan. "I think Maya would really benefit from being part of our community. She needs support, just like we did when we first started helping." "At the shelter," Zara said, her heart racing with excitement. "Definitely. Let's make her feel welcome. We can introduce her to the other kids and help her get involved." Ethan replied enthusiastically. Zara felt grateful for Ethan's support. Together, they were creating a space for others to find hope and connection, just as they had. She reached out to Maya's guardians and invited her to the next event. When the day of the event arrived, Zara was nervous but excited. She wanted Maya to feel included and cared for. As the event began, she introduced Maya to the other children at the shelter. She watched as they played games and shared stories, feeling a sense of joy at seeing Maya smile. Later in the evening, Zara dedicated a segment to sharing their stories, including Maya's. She wanted everyone to know that they were not alone in their struggles. As she spoke about Maya's journey, Zara saw her nodding along, her eyes filled with gratitude. After the event, Zara received a message from Ethan. That was amazing. I'm so proud of you for including Maya. You're making a real difference. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without your support. It feels incredible to see her smile and know we're helping, Zara replied, feeling proud of their work together. As the weeks went by, Zara and Ethan continued to grow closer. They faced challenges together, but always found a way to support one another. Zara became more confident in her abilities, and she discovered a passion for helping others that she never knew she had. One evening, while reflecting on her journey, Zara realized how far she had come. She remembered feeling lost and alone before meeting Ethan, but now she felt empowered and hopeful. She had found her voice and purpose, and it was all thanks to their friendship. As they prepared for another event, Zara decided to surprise Ethan again. She wanted to show him how much his support meant to her. She planned a special virtual celebration to honor their friendship and the impact they had made together. When the day arrived, Zara set everything up and sent Ethan a message. Hey, I have a surprise for you. Join the call at 6 p.m. Curiosity sparkled in Ethan's eyes when he joined the call. What's going on? Welcome to our friendship celebration. I wanted to honor everything we've accomplished together and show my appreciation for your support, Zara said, her heart racing. Ethan's smile widened. Wow, this is amazing. I'm so grateful for you, Zara. You've inspired me more than you know. As they celebrated their achievements, Zara felt a sense of fulfillment. They had created something beautiful out of their challenges, and their friendship had become a source of strength. They laughed, reminisced about their journey, and dreamed about the future. In that moment, Zara realized that her family might have sold her for status, but she had gained something far more valuable. A true friend who believed in her and a purpose that filled her with hope. She knew that together they could overcome any distance and create a brighter future for themselves and others. Zara sat at her desk, the soft glow of her hollow communicator lighting up her room. She had just finished another long day at the shelter and was looking forward to her weekly chat with Ethan. They had made a promise to stay connected, but lately, Zara felt a growing sense of distance between them. It worried her, especially after all the progress they had made together. This week had been particularly challenging. The shelter was overflowing with families needing help, and Zara felt overwhelmed. She had worked hard to organize events and support the residents, but she wished she could share her experiences with Ethan in a more meaningful way. She missed their deep conversations and the feeling of being understood. As she waited for the call, Zara's mind wandered to the last time they spoke. Ethan had been busy with school and work, and she sensed a hint of frustration in his voice. She worried that he was feeling the same distance she was. When the hollow communicator finally buzzed, she felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. Hey, Zara, it's great to see you, Ethan said, his smile brightening her day. You too, Ethan. I've missed you, she replied, her heart warming at the sight of him. They started chatting about their weeks, but Zara noticed that something felt off. Ethan seemed distracted, glancing at his notes and checking his watch. She knew he was busy, but she couldn't shake the feeling that their connection was slipping. Is everything okay? Zara asked, concerned. You seem a bit out of it, Ethan sighed. Yeah, it's just been a hectic week. School is demanding, and I have a lot of projects due. I feel like I'm barely keeping up. Zara nodded, understanding his struggles. I get it. The shelter has been really busy too. Sometimes I feel like there's so much pressure to do everything perfectly. Ethan looked at her, his expression softening. I know you're doing amazing work, Zara. You're making a difference every day. Thanks, Ethan. That means a lot, she said, feeling a bit better. But still, the distance between them felt heavy. Do you think we're still connecting like we used to? Ethan hesitated, then replied, I want to be honest. I feel like we're both so busy that we're not really connecting anymore. I miss our deep talks. Zara's heart sank. I miss them too. I don't want to lose what we have, but I'm not sure how to fix it. Maybe we need to find a way to make our chats more meaningful, Ethan suggested. We could come up with a topic to discuss each week, something that really matters to us. Zara thought for a moment. That could work. We could talk about our dreams, our fears, or even the people we want to help.